So let's change our attention to the USFL. They announced they're coming back in a little bit. Spoiler, I did tease that you wrote a thesis. Take me through what your thoughts are when you saw that the USFL is returning in 2022.
All right, so I am of the certain age where the USFL was a very big deal for me when it first came around back in the 1980s with all the stars in it. I was enamored with it enough that I did my senior history thesis in college at Ohio University on the USFL and why it failed. And I got an A on it. I'm proud of that. Just doing all the research with it and everything. I got to know some of the players from it. They did a beautiful 30 for 30 on ESPN on it that reinforced a lot of the things that I saw. Also, Jeff Pearlman wrote a great book called Football for a Buck. I would highly recommend anybody who's interested in the USFL read that. He did actually lean on me for a little bit of research on that, which I'm grateful for. But I love the alternative football leagues. I was a big UFL fan. I love the AAF. I wanted the XFL to work. The USFL, again, do I know if it's going to work? No, but I'm so excited to have it back. It's part of my childhood. I went to the Hall of Fame last summer. And they have a small section dedicated to the USFL, and I spent an inordinate amount of time there. So I'm just through the roof that this is coming back. I hope it works. I don't think there's going to be a team in Cleveland. There could be a team in Columbus, maybe. For those of us who grew up when I did, where I did, I was a Michigan Panthers fan. I grew up on the west side of Cleveland. That were the closest team, and I could get WTOL out of Toledo to watch the games. So it's just great. I'm really excited to have it back, and I hope that it works, and I hope that they learned their lessons from the last time. When there were a lot of problems from a lot of places that led to its demise.
Now they have a minority stakeholder that will televise it, so they have the broadcast outlet. The key is it's got to be kind of in the spring, and it's got to be a supplement, not a competitor to the. Right when they did that, that was like, you're not going to win that battle.
That was the final nail in the coffin. The biggest thing that they had last time was they didn't have a strong central leadership. There were some owners that wanted to do one thing. There were some owners that wanted to do another thing. There were some owners who were deadbeats, and they didn't have any central power structure or commissioner worth his salt that could make them go all in the same direction. And they just had so many different angles and tangents going off that it eventually collapsed. And some of it was financial. Some of it was just bad fortune too, that they kind of picked a few bad cities and a few bad owners. Hopefully they've learned the lessons from that. I will offer my thesis to them, except it's on the 5 1/4-inch floppy drives and they melted, so I can't actually reproduce it as much as I would love to give that to them.